Exactly. My 5-year-old daughter Mishti beautifully painted a single lane road in black and was rolling her favorite car on it at high speed.
Wow, is she fond of painting?
Yes, Jatinji, she is. She loves to paint and then find ways to make me play with it. This time, when I was playing with her, that painting made me think about how our life would be if we only had the highway without any traffic lights, driving freely and enjoying a smooth journey.
But Neha ji, the real journey will have the highway and also the city roads with traffic lights. In fact, these traffic lights and rules are necessary for managing traffic flow and enhancing road safety, isn't it?
Yes. Similarly, in the journey of life, we do encounter different traffic lights, sometimes obstructions.
By now, our listeners have probably understood the topic of today's discussion, traffic. With this, I, Jatin,
And I, Neha, welcome you to yet another episode of Soul Vibes.
Namaskar, Dhan Nirankar. Neha ji, why did you stop that song? I was so into it.
Is it? Soon you will get a chance to listen to this entire song, but later. By the way, what is your favorite color of traffic light?
Obviously, it's green.
Why so, Jatinji? Amber and red also shine brightly too, don't they?
I like green the most, as green means everything is going well in life. Who would not want to be in this zone?
Truly. But isn't it just a wishful thinking? As life is a journey with its own rules, we do encounter highs and lows in each phase.
That's correct. Why don't we get into more details by hearing from our panelists for today, who will be shedding different lights on how this concept of traffic and its various elements connect to our day-to-day lives. Let's welcome our first panelist, Sangeeta ji.
Sangeeta ji, have you ever been stuck in traffic or at a red signal in your journey of life?
Of course, Neha ji. Many times we tend to experience ups and downs in every sphere of life, be it personal or professional. Since I work in the field of marine operations, I have to keep track of more than 10 vessels at a time, shipping large amounts of cargo from port to port across the globe.
Well, that's a real-time traffic control.
Yes, my role requires a lot of attention, alertness, focus, and awareness, as sometimes issues, or I can say red signals, arise in the vessel's operations, which may require immediate solutions. Some issues take longer to resolve and need to be handled with patience. If in such circumstances I begin to panic and start overthinking, it will only cause mental stress. So I have to pull up my thought brakes, have patience, and relax, just as we would do at a red light.
Interesting.
In fact, I also have faced many such red lights in my personal life. I suffered 2 heartbreaking incidents several years back, 2 miscarriages, one in 2016 and another in 2018. In the first instance, it happened during the 5th month of pregnancy and wasn't easy to digest. It was a shock. In 2018, the miscarriage happened just 2 months into the pregnancy. It felt like it was too soon to accept a loss of this nature once again. We all know how mentally and physically painful it is for a mother to lose her child.
Oh my God, it's so painful to suffer such loss. How did you react to these situations?
During that period of my life, I must admit, several thoughts used to rush through my mind, sort of creating a traffic jam in my head. It was through mindful remembrance and Satguru's grace I managed to show these thoughts the red light and sprang back to my senses. Just as a famous poet once said, वो अता करे तो शुक्र उसका, न दे तो मलाल नहीं. मेरे रब के फैसले कमाल है, उन फैसलों पे सवाल नहीं. That is the Supreme Creator grants our wishes. Let us express gratitude. If it doesn't, we shouldn't complain. God's decisions are the best. Because of this faith, I didn't fall into depression, and I would like to share that in 2020 we were blessed with a baby girl.
Amazing!
Through these experiences, I realized that when we face the red light in life, we should not be honking. This means not reminding the Almighty about our wishes, but trusting that God grants us the right things at the right time.
Thank you, Sangeeta ji, for sharing your personal experience with us.
Being in this journey of life, one often comes across situations where one needs to act on what one has practiced over the years.
I think you are trying to get the attention of our listener to Amber situation.
Bingo! These are the situations where our action might affect others.
So let's listen to Ankitji's thoughts about Amber Light.
Thank you, Jatin ji and Neha ji, for giving me the opportunity to share my views. The theme traffic itself is very interesting. I had never imagined that we could connect traffic and its rules to positivity, human values, and so many different aspects. While listening to you, I was actually smiling, as the amber light always confuses me. When we approach traffic lights and it turns amber, हम बोलते हैं, "Oh God, इस light को भी अभी change होना था. I'm already getting late for work. Should I cross or should I slow down now?" This confusion always comes into my mind, and it sometimes results in frustration too. In such situations, instead of trying to beat the amber light by pressing the accelerator or getting frustrated, I realized it would be best to think about what we had practiced during our driving lessons and evaluate accordingly.
Ankitji, does the Amber Light formula really work?
Well, as the amber light suggests taking a decision instantaneously, there are situations where in life we need to act instantly. In such circumstances, I try to choose between what I like and what is right. If these two aspects are on the same side, then decision making is easy. But what should one choose when these two are on different sides? I remember Satguru Mataji once gave an example of a batsman's mindset in a cricket match. They often get to play balls at very high speeds, which are sometimes as quick as 150 kilometers per hour, when the batsman doesn't get any time to think about whether to play the shot, defend, or leave it to the wicketkeeper. This is the time their mindset and calmness are put to test to make the decision that comes from their practice. In the same way, at times when we are at a crossroads in life and have to decide which shot to play, Satguru's teachings and the revision in Sangat help to make the right decision. As Satguru Mataji always emphasizes on Kan Kan Se Siksha, we can take inspiration from every particle and even from the traffic lights. If we try to correct our lives with traffic and its rules, it will become much easier for us to handle the traffic of confusion, frustration, and many such problems or issues in our journey of life.
Thank you, Ankitji. When we try to implement what we have learned, it will guide us no matter what the signal is. Regardless of how bad the traffic may be, we know that we will be moving soon from this zone.
Very well said, Jatinji. I agree with you.
If you agree, then play that song.
Not so fast. You need to wait for that. But now we can change the lane and listen to the beautiful poem from Udantika ji.
Our life is a one-way road, stuck in a traffic jam with nowhere to go. Noisy thoughts disturbing the flow. The past is gone and the future is unknown. Face to face with a red light, sitting and thinking whether we were right. For all the past decisions we've made, is there a way to make them fade? Whatever happens, happens for good. Be grateful, you always should. Stay on one lane, the positive one. Trust me, it will help in the long run. Then green lights where everything seems alright. No more complaints, not even a mite. Knowing this won't stay for long. Cherish these moments and move on. Exercise caution, don't let your ego inflate. Stay grounded and humble, it will be great. Knowing every moment is gifted, don't let your trust get shifted. Have a calm and composed mind in everything you do. Then there will not be a lot to go through. Now comes the amber light, a beacon of hope. A moment to slow down and also to cope. It's a choice you'll surely face, whether to slow down or increase the pace. Use the wisdom and do not simply race. Have faith in Satguru's grace, and I'm sure you'll have a smiling face.
Lovely thoughts, Sudantika ji. Those were some absolutely amazing lines. I'm sure all our listeners were able to connect these lines with their lives. I sure know I did. Why are you laughing, Neha ji?
Because we are going to discuss your favorite traffic light color.
I got your point. Let's then call our next panelist, Sahil ji, to share his experiences of how he navigates the fast-moving traffic of life when the light is green. Welcome, Sahil ji, to Soul Vibes.
What a great discussion is going on. I'm feeling so blessed to be part of this Soul Vibes episode. Jatin ji, green light or the fast moving traffic may have a different meaning for each of us, but the traffic rules are same for all. Having said that, if I relate it to my professional life as a textile engineer, a green light means the signal to start the production. My focus is to always have the green light on and avoid any amber or red situations that may indicate a quality failure or a breakdown in machinery. Some of these are in my control and some may not be, so I have to adapt my approach as per the issue. Similar things happen when we are gracefully following the traffic rules. We always need to make turns and adapt as per the flow of traffic.
Have you ever felt at any point that you are losing track or focus when in the green zone?
Yes, I can be guilty of being too driven and focused on some things, and at times stubborn in my pursuits. So much so that I have been blinded by the process and failed to realize that I'm heading in the wrong direction. I remembered a few years back when I was so focused on my work that I end up missing a lot of important moments with my family and friends. To say a few, I couldn't call my friends back or even wasn't able to visit my mom during her surgery. I was even isolated from satsang, which is a holy congregation of the mission, for a short span of time. In short, I created a traffic jam in my relationships and for my spiritual journey, as I forgot that while running in the green zone, there were countless people who gave me the way to pass through. I forgot to wave my hand to say thank you to them.
Now, how do you get through these different and difficult situations, or I would say, traffic of situations?
What I have realized over the years is that we have to be extra careful while moving through this traffic. In the journey of life, many red signals will come along with the green, and we will surely need faith, guidance, and devotion to clear the traffic of situations and thoughts. If one ever feels that one is not yearning, learning, and driving towards what one wants in one's life, one should have a U-turn thought and do so. But while doing this, we have to be extra careful that we are not blocking someone's way or causing trouble. We must follow the traffic rules and the limitation of turns. To clear the traffic of situations, one should follow the flow by following the rules, carefully making the turns and being mindful and present by showing gratitude for safety.
Jatin ji, while listening to Sahil ji, one quote came into my mind which is written by famous author Mr. Daniel Goleman. The green is a process, not a status. We need to think of green as a verb, not as an adjective.
Rightly said, his thoughts help me to clear my understanding about green lights. Red signals are not always bad, they are also important in life. At the traffic light crossing also, if all the signals are green, then it won't work. Other signals need to be red to let the traffic go.
Yes, even with the green, one need to be conscious. When everything is going well in life, they need to be polite, humble, have gratitude, and be thankful.
Now let's welcome our next panelist, Navroop ji, who is a psychotherapist by profession. Navroop ji, thank you for joining us today. As a counselor, you might have encountered many patients who may go through different ailments. So, can you share with us how you support people going through difficult traffic phases of life?
Jatin ji, as a psychotherapist, I often get a chance to witness the intricacies of my clients' inner worlds. And inevitably, they are stuck at either red or amber light for too long and are not able to move forward. What humbles me each time, though, is that as the therapy progresses, the way they relate to those tough situations changes. Even though there is no change in their situations, but there is a huge shift in their perception, which enables them to not feel stuck and to be able to move through. Each time I witness this, I am reminded of Satguru Baba Hardev Singh Ji's quote, "जैसी दृष्टि वैसी सृष्टि." लाइफ की सिचुएशंस फिर जैसी भी हो, रेड, एम्बर या ग्रीन, when looked through the lens of divine knowledge, feels like a blessing.
Well said, Navroopji. But it's often observed that we get so caught up in complaining that we miss this aspect.
Very true, Neha ji. It's quite possible to slip into a victim mode and even question why me? How not to feel impatient, waiting for the light to turn green when you are late for an important meeting or a movie or flight. But even during such times, we have faith that light will eventually turn green. In the same way, our unwavering faith in Almighty Nirankari, His timings and His ways helps us to get to a better state. From complaints, shikwa, to gratitude, shukrana. We can call it faith-dependent state. The stronger our faith, the better our state. Whether it is the traffic of people on the road or the traffic of thoughts in our minds, our faith and connection to a higher power undoubtedly will help alleviate our stress and anxiety.
Is there any way one can achieve that state of being in acceptance, patience, and gratitude at all times?
Like in traffic, Jatinji, relying on the traffic rules and following them well ensures our continued safety. Similarly, one has to rely on the Almighty, the Perfect, in the journey of our lives. Even if you are an amazing, skilled driver, without traffic rules, there is no safety that can be ensured. In life, unless we surrender to the Almighty, the state of acceptance, patience, and gratitude will be elusive. Once we remember that we are just the means and playing the part in the God's wish, it's natural to surrender and have an unwavering state of mind that says, Jeevan Darat ene chalana asa te keval behna hai. The carriage of life is to be moved by the true master. We are simply to keep seated. And as we surrender with open heart and mind, our gratitude extends beyond external circumstances, remaining unwavering no matter whatever comes our way.
Rohanji, so meaningful and enlightening. Now we have come to end of our Soul Vibe episode. So what is the takeaway from today's discussion?
Today we learned about different perspectives associated with the different types of traffic and lights, and how divine knowledge, regular participation in holy gatherings, selfless service, and mindful remembrance can help us tackle these types of situations with poise.
Also, do remember, after every red signal, a green signal will surely come. It's just a matter of time. Don't get panic in amber light.
Take a U-turn if you feel you missed something or someone.
Don't get upset if someone prevents you from passing through.
But also remember to say thank you by waving your hand if someone gave you the way to pass through.
If now you are stuck in traffic, don't honk, as the traffic will clear even if you don't honk.
Just relax, enjoy the music and smile. I think you're not smiling. Yes, now we can feel your smile.
We hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as we did while making it.
With your smile, I, Neha,
I, Jatin, take your leave. Please be sure to tune into next month's episode of Soul Vibes.
Namaskar.
Dhan Nirankar.